day 7 of the fence build. Yeah, buddy. Hey y'all, it is your girl, Nancy Farm Fancy, Farmer Nancy, and we are in this thing. I am here just at my farm, my humble abode. Y'all, so this morning I woke up to more and more content about Sister T being in jail, and I definitely have to say that's crazy. That is freaking crazy. But I also have to say that we've had a slow start. We've had a super slow start to our fall. We have been getting the fence put in, and because the fence has to go all the way from this end of the property behind all the way down to the back end, and that's where Zella is, we've kind of had to leave her out and uncorralled longer than we wanted to so that they'll be able to finish the fence. He said that by Friday they'll be on this side. It's supposed to be a 3-week, 21-day job. This is day 7 or day 8, I believe. 1 or 2 days. I kind of lost track because I've been kind of busy with the boys at football practice. Been kind of going to football practice with them. I hadn't been because it was too damn hot. I'm not gonna lie. Shit, I don't gotta make that up. It was too damn hot to be out there. My husband had that. He had that. Anyways, y'all, let's put eyes on the blank slate farm. It is still definitely a blank slate. We did get our walk behind BCS tractor tiller moved over here so that we can start turning over the beds, turning over the soil, so we can start getting this place planted. We have planned out our 8 raised beds out there, and we're gonna put our trees, we're gonna transplant our trees into the black pots, cloth pots that are already out there. We lost the pear tree to the heat. I'm just keeping it real. It was a long, hot summer. Tomorrow is the first day of spring. In some cases, the 21st or the 22nd is going to be your first day of fall. I'm sorry, I said spring. It's going to be your first day of fall. We here, we with it. We didn't pot any seeds, no transplants. We haven't put seeds in the ground, none of that. We just about to do it. Grow hard, fall 2023 challenge. This is the summer cleanup. We did the summer cleanup at the farm. If y'all watched yesterday's video, then y'all seen what the little puppy Cho-Cho did to our porch and patio area. Things are coming out of the garage. I think I'm having another garage sale, definitely for sure. I pulled this dresser out the garage. I think I want to do a DIY refurb on this dresser. I like doing stuff like that, so stay tuned and post it for that. Here's the after cleanup, because before it was toe up from the floor up. And see, she done got a hold of that blanket again. But this right here this is all. Somebody want me to go through those Christmas lights. I ain't doing it. They going straight to the curb. I got leaves falling on me. Trying to get me. This is our tree nursery. These are our figs that we propagated. We propagated these figs from branches. Our figs are doing swell. Our lime tree, this is a lime tree. She's gotten super big, super nice. Lemon tree, she's doing amazing. Lots of growth. So on our trees, we've had these trees for 2 years now. And so when we got these trees, they were initially in really small pots. So it was a project that my daughter was doing for the tree canopy here in the city of Austin. And so we had bought 6 trees, 3 lemons, 3 limes, but we also bought 2 pears, 2 peaches, and 2 plums. So the peaches, pears, and plums, they all died either from the winter storms that we've had or the heat. So these are the trees that we've been able to sustain and maintain thus far, and we have not been letting them fruit. Every time they've gone to fruit, I've broken them down. I'll remove the fruit because I want growth on my trees, you know, especially since we got them really small from nursery. I wanted growth on my trees. I wasn't really looking to grow fruit. I wanted to make sure that they would be hardy enough to withstand winters. So that meant I didn't want to see this green. You see how there's this green here in the branching? I wanted all of the initial branches on my trees to be bark, to be hard brown bark. You see how here it's turning brown? I still wouldn't put these trees into the ground, just because if we got a good freeze come November and this is still green like this tree would die. So I've been really kind of nursing the trees, babysitting them, checking them, keeping them fertilizing, making sure that all the low branching growth is sturdy, the bark is brown, and these branches are at least the width of my thumb, which they aren't yet. So I want to keep these in pots. This tree, I've been thinking about letting it go ahead and go out, depending on what it looks like in November. See how this branch here is really sturdy, really get in there. So yeah, this is my tree nursery. Just want to check in, show y'all my trees and the growth. I've been kind of pruning them. I came in and did a little prune on these. I wanted to open this up. I wanted so that it can get some airflow through here. The same way I want to make sure that all my trees are open here. They get nice airflow and all my branching is nice and robust and big on top. So that's what I've been doing all summer. I've really been caring for the trees, things that I can handle. I don't want to put too much on myself when it comes to the urban agriculture and sustaining it, sustainability, because one of our biggest issues that we have as having an urban farm and growing produce in the city space is the utilities. I'm gonna say that the water, the lights, the gas, the utilities is super high, super expensive. Look at that cow, she's so pretty. Super high. It gets super expensive when we're talking urban agriculture, needing to water the trees, plant the trees, and stuff like that. It can be a lot. It can be a lot. Anyways, with that being said, that leads me into, sorry y'all. See, we cleaned up over here. Let's toe it up. Why did you do that, Cho-Cho? Huh? Now you locked up and Daddy won't let you out. So y'all, one thing I had saw was a conversation that Lady DJ had this morning about, I said that gardener versus the farmer video she made was gold, right? And it was gold because that is hush, Cho-Cho, that's a conversation that we don't really have. Girl, I am not finna sit over here and let you make all that noise. That is a conversation that we really don't typically have. And I want to have that conversation because it's important. I cannot sit back here with Chocho making all this noise. Nobody wants to hear you. Look what she did. Let me go get him so he can come and fix her mess. This is a mulberry tree project that I got going on right here. Active compost. It's compost. We just threw it in the pot with the mulberry tree because my tree was lacking nutrition and nutrients. This browning right here is nutrient deficiency. All this browning, so we did a little fertilizer. I'm gonna show y'all my secret sauce. Check out the eucalyptus. This is it. This is it right here. This is the manure tea. Manure tea. So this is the manure tea, the fertilizer that we use, that we've been using. We got free fertilizer. I think I'm gonna buy hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of fertilizer when I can literally make my own. So we take our cattle manure, compost it down. We compost it in a compost pile, and some of it I use to make a compost tea. We just put it in a bucket, add water, and stir, 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 and we stir for 3 to 5 days. Yep. So do before use. Everything's growing here. So this is what I wanted to talk to y'all about, right? So Lady DJ was talking about the urban farms. My hands ashy, y'all. Don't mind me.
Leave me alone before I drag you down to the motherfucking ground. You goddamn right. That gardener versus farmer, that shit is solid gold. Solid gold. Damn right, because you know why? Let me tell you why. If you buy a house right now, right? You get in that motherfucking property and you start realizing you want to live, you want to change your lifestyle. You want to start growing stuff. You become a gardener. That means you have to go out there, you have to excavate the land, you have to make a foundation, you have to nurture the soil, you have to see if something's gonna grow, you have to see if you have enough sunlight. Everything is measured when it comes to having a garden. Well, motherfucker, when you got enough land, god damn it, huh? When you got enough room, baby, that's a goddamn farm. When you got enough room for more than just seeds, nigga. Actual livestock. Oh, you are a farm. I don't give a damn if it's. Listen, if you go look up how to become a farmer, it's going to give you the basic things you need that you might not even have no education on.
So the basic things that you need, the one thing that you need to be a farmer, the one thing that you need, Lady DJ, is access to land. It doesn't matter where that land is, how much land it is. In order to perform the art of farming, you're gonna need access to land. And so my thing when it comes to gardening versus farming, the only difference to me is your attitude. I think that the only difference is the attitude. To me, gardeners are really people who are growing food because they really love it. They really have a passion for it. It's something that they want to do. You're right. They do have a home and they have the space. They have a nice enough yard. You know, they're not going to overcompensate. They're going to do like a little 30-foot by 10-foot, a little 50-foot by 20-foot kind of garden situation, you know, and they're going to grow a particular amount of crops. It's just going to be a couple of veggies here, a couple of veggies there, and it's a hobby. It's something that they love, they enjoy. It's not anything that they're gonna be really, I'm gonna wake up every day, single day, and this is what I want to do. But you do have gardeners that is their profession. They are the gardeners who get up and go to people's homes and they garden. They make money. You ain't never heard of the woman sleeping with the gardener while her husband was at work. Julio out here. Juan Julio is out here getting paid. Let me stop. But for real, it's real shit. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to farming is just agriculture. It's just being a land steward. It's getting up, going out, dropping your seeds, you know, caring for your animals, your livestock if you have animals and livestock. It's some people, Lady D, that literally are just vegetable farmers. They only grow veg. They don't want to go through the hassle and the struggle of working with livestock. They don't want to have goats. They don't want to have sheep. They don't want to have rabbits. They don't want to have cattle. They don't want to have chickens. They just want to grow big veg. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, when I became a beginning farmer, you know, I didn't have the space. I was growing in my backyard. I had my backyard garden, you know, and I was pursuing becoming a farmer. I was pursuing what that meant. What does it mean to be a farmer? And to me, that looked like, yes, I need more space. I needed more space. And so when we were able to gain access to an acre and a quarter, or 1.21 acres in the city, in the hood, in the community I grew up, where I know is being gentrified and people are being marginalized and susceptible to vulnerable messages that are of detriment to our communities and neighborhoods. I was like, we about to grow for the hood. We about to grow for the people. Sign me up. Where it said, this what I do. I'm about that life. But that's just me wanting to be of service, you know. And so to me, really, like I say, the only difference is the passion. You know, are you looking to encompass all the things that it means to be a farmer? Do you want to be a homesteader? Do you want to, you know, take on caring for animals, the vet bills, you know, learning about vaccinations for all the different types of ducks? You know, ducks have to be properly cared for. And why is that? Because you're using them as food. Someday you're going to process them and you want to share that processed meat with either your neighbors or customers that you're going to sell to. And that really is the difference between a farmer and a gardener. The profits, the money, where you're going to see yourself create and generate an income. And that's the bottom line. And so when it comes to growing and producing vegetables, and you talked about the apple farm, being on the apple farm, what did that make you? That made you a farmer. It made you a farm worker. Farm workers are farmers. They just don't have their own land. They don't have their own space to produce and earn a profit, to earn wages, right? So that's what we want to do. We want to change the dynamic. And while Sister T is locked up in jail and we the people's garden and gardeners are stuck in limbo, we want to urge them. We want them to walk down the line, down the brick path, the wood chip pile path, and find their way into full-fledged agriculture, because we want you to earn a living wage when you grow and you produce. That's what we want to do in the hood. We want to build spaces that grow and produce for the people, and in turn allow us growers to earn wages, even if it's the beginnings, the starts of a living wage or profit. We want to be able to flip seeds. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all. Because I get passionate. I'm sorry, but I get, see this? Red jewel, cabbage, F1. Pack. Seeds. We want to see that. See that? We want to flip that. We want to make that become that. See that little red jewel right there popped up before his friends? Yeah, and then we want them cabbages to get slung off that corner or go into that La Canasta right there. Yes. Can y'all feel it? I feel it. Baby, I feel it. Lady DJ, I promise you, I feel it. So we don't want to sell ourselves short in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We want it to be seen.
Only half an acre you can build on. What are you going to do with the rest of it?
I'm going to teach the kids.
All this land, right, that your parents gave y'all. Y'all sitting in the house in the trailer, whatever the fuck is out there.
That's true. These people do got a whole bunch of land and shit that they people didn't gave them, and they just sitting in the house not doing shit with it.
And you want to change your lifestyle. You gonna go into farming. Because when you look around, all your neighbors, you see cows, you see this, you see that, that was shit. That's the neighborhood you grow in. You ain't gonna find no farmer living in the hood.
Not true.
You find a garden.
Not true, Lady DJ. Not true. I'm farming in the hood, across the street from the bus stop where they fire the fuck out, across the street from the corner store. The liquor store is down the street. Hey, I'm a farmer, and I'm farming in the hood, and here's why. Because they said it was a food desert in the hood. So why wouldn't you be farming in the hood? If it's a food desert, what do? You add it, you create the thing that makes the change, that is the solution. Farmer Nancy is the agri-hood solution. This is your girl's agri-hood saga. See, so many people think the way you think, that there is no such thing as agri-hood, as farming in the hood, but it is.
No. Because when you look around, all your neighbors, you see cows, you see this, you see that, that was shit. That's the neighborhood you grow in. You ain't gonna find no farmer living in the hood. You'll find a gardener living in the hood. It's your backyard, do what the fuck you want. But make sure you know the earth. Then you will know how rich your soil is. Do you need a compost? You need to know all these things. You need to educate yourself.
Facts. You gotta know.
Don't stop there. Because you definitely have to be FDA certified by the Food and Drug Administration.
That's not true. As a farmer, you do not have to be USDA certified. You don't. If you want to be a certified organic farmer, you need to go and get your organic certification. But you do not have to have an organic certification to sell produce as a farmer or anything of the sorts. That is not true. You do not have to go. Listen, I tell everybody this. Do you think that them white people gave a fuck about whether or not they slaves was USDA certified when they was growing that food? Hell no. Which one of the slaves was Amenadiel? Which one of them slaves was any of them slaves certified? Zimbabwe, I don't know who the hell names they was, but was any of them agriculturally certified with a certification? Did the white people die? Hell no, they was prospering. They was living their best lives, eating the greatest food stuffs. You understand? They was making it. They survived through wars off the food stuffs that them black farmers was growing. Okay? So we have to start evolving in our thinking. We have to start looking past what we think we know in our own stances. We have to start, learning from other people, especially people that are younger than us, especially people that work in those fields, that are passionate about those things. We have to listen to them and understand where they're coming from in order to kind of gain a new perspective on the things that are innovative to the times right now. And the most innovative thing we have going for ourselves right now as black people is farming in the hood, farming in our own communities, grabbing the space, taking a hold of it, and growing food, because nobody is making sure our food is for us, made for us, by us, grown by us. We eating food and we don't know where it's coming from. So we need to push growers that look like us. That's just me. That's just me. And I'm just keeping it real. And I'm just keeping it real. I'm just gonna keep it real. And you know it, Lady DJ, because you see the struggle of the black farmer. It's a reason for that. It's a reason for that. The reasons for that include our lack of access and not being able to say we can use our own homes, our own land, the spaces that we have in our communities where our grannies left us that house. Yes, it's a lot of people who have housing in cities, in gentrified communities, that they grannies then left them, that they have nice spaces where they can grow. Market gardening is a real thing. We can pull all this stuff up. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was reading about the slave narratives, y'all. You can look this up in your own cities. Austin, Texas, Market Gardens. Let's see. Right there. How to sell the food you grow. Austin, Texas. It's a compliance checklist. Urban farms. They have this for New York. Urban farming. How to sell the food you grow. Urban farms. 1 to 5 acres. Sells products raised on the farm or produced in Texas. May be sold on site or distributed off site. A farm stand is permitted, but may sell no more than 20% of all farm products. Signs, event structures, no more than 1 acre. So look, you can sell your produce as a market garden, whether you're a gardener or a farmer. The only difference is saying I wake up every day and growing food is my life's work. That's a farmer. That's it. Gardeners, this is my hobby, this is my love, this is my joy. I'm gonna make a couple of bucks, sell a couple of my plants, but I have another passion that's my work, that's my job. That's the only difference, y'all. And we have to acknowledge and accept that, yes, 1 to 5 acres of land can be found in the hood. Y'all, to grow on. Please, let's start putting some respect on Farmer Nancy and her craft and her work. Hey, y'all, look at them. I respect them, man, growing this safety fence for me. You know what I'm saying? Because, yes, I farm in the hood. And the hood, the streets was hot. My block was hot. Bullets was rocking. Okay, they was rocking snot boxes out this bitch in Austin. Shit, it's not funny, Respect and RIP to the young man that lost his life, because of the street gang wars they were having in my community. But that's because they ain't got shit. They ain't never seen shit, and they don't know when or if they ever gonna get shit, because all they get to do is see people run around like these niggas do on YouTube. But that's okay. We gonna give them a blank slate. And we gonna reset them. We had some loss in our community. We had some loss in our neighborhood, here in the agri-hood. But that's all right. We prayed hard and we about to bounce back. That's it. That's all. Because the city tells you this. The city tells you you can earn a living, earn an income selling food, doing urban farming. So what do we be talking about? Show me the money. Shit. Show us the motherfucking money. We outside. I can tell y'all, when it comes to food, agriculture, in our communities and our neighborhoods, it is designed for us to not believe that we can do a thing. It's designed for us to believe that we can't make something happen for people that look like us on our own without the help of the city, grants, funding, loans, and stuff like that. It's designed to seem that way. But that's not the case, because all your city money, your city loans, your city grants, your city whatever, or all of that shit needs to go towards what y'all say y'all want it to go towards. They want us to reimagine, look at this, chickens, bees, goats, and more. They want us to reimagine our cities. They keeping livestock such as chickens, bees, goats is allowed in most residential areas. Look at this. Animals may benefit your home that include reducing food and yard waste, providing organic eggs, honey. Organic. How you gonna tell me that I can just go get a chicken and my eggs gonna be organic? But I don't got no organic certification. How do I know that? Because you know you're not doing anything to feed your pets, your chickens, pesticides. You're making sure you're using organic practices to care for your chickens so that your eggs are organic. You didn't have to go to the USDA through their programs and processes to fucking pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for some old man to come to your house and say, "Oh, you're certified organic." No, that's what you want to do when you're trying to get millions and millions of dollars in funding and loans from the government. That's what they've been doing. It's just more ways to stop people of color, people in poverty. It don't even matter the color. It can be fucking people in poverty from providing themselves with their own sustenance, food, sustainability. This shit is real. Livestock enclosures for one or more miniature livestock weighing less than 2,000 pounds. They got it got to be 10 feet from adjacent residence enclosures for larger livestock. Zella, here, larger, over 200 pounds. You just adhere to the rules, improving food access, the food programs and initiatives. This is the city of Austin. Food justice mini grants. Garden, a cafeteria. Like all of this stuff. This is stuff that we did not see Sister T showing and sharing with her people, where they can go to find this in Georgia, in Brunswick, in Fulton County, in Podine County, where she locked up at. She's not sharing and showing this shit. This is information that is very important, and I've gone over this several times. I continue to go over it. I'll continue to go over it. I don't got to show and prove myself. I'm letting y'all know I'm in the hood. This the agri-hood saga. Can't nobody rewrite my tale. Can't nobody tell my story. And you gonna put some respect on what I identify as. Point blank, period. I grow big veg. We out here farming in the hood. You understand? Farming because we trying to do some good. Period. We bringing the agriculture to the community, you know, and that's just how I feel about it. Let's check it out. Here in New York, you have, I can turn you on to Miss Karen Washington. She came to my city to try to pimp my white people for her farm fund out there to just turn around and give me back money. No, that don't make no sense. The city of Austin has to be responsible for the fact that it ruined, and when I say ruined, the economic sustainability and the economic food structure for black people, for black farmers and growers. It bombed it. Do y'all understand? That is what my problem is. Nobody talks about the fact that the avenues and pathways for black farmers in their cities, their small towns, to produce food and earn a living wage, they are none. They hide them from you. They take them away from you. They don't want you to say that you're fucking farming in the city. But meanwhile, it's big ass farms in your city getting money. Look at her. A political activist and community fighting 30 years. She been in New York, New York. Look at this. Karen the farmer. What? This is what she do. New York City. She had, listen, since 1985, a better place to live. As a farmer and food justice, I feed people, body, mind. Yeah, this is what we do. But my problem was, look at this. Look at this, Lady DJ. As a community gardener and board member of the New York Botanical Gardens, I work with Bronx neighborhoods to turn empty lots into community gardens. As an advocate and former president of the New York City Community Garden Coalition, I stood up and spoke out for garden protection and preservation. And as a co-founder of the La Familia Verde Garden Coalition, I helped launch a city farms market, bringing fresh vegetables to the Bronx community. Bugs, Black Urban Growers, Farm School, NYC. So listen, they fucking farming in the hood in New York. They're in the hood on rooftops. Do you understand me? This is what this lady is saying that they do in New York. You don't know about it. I've heard a lot of New York cities was like, I'm not fucking farming in the city. But y'all are all in New York. How do y'all know they not farming in the city? Because they not telling hood niggas. That means they're not doing what they say they supposed to be doing. And you know why? It's because it's financially beneficial to prey on poverty and communities that are hood. To say, we're going to help, we're going to help, we're going to do this. But they never do. But they get paid. This lady been telling us the same story for 30 years. She been telling the exact same farming food story about New York for 30 years. And in 30 years, you haven't heard about the urban farms in New York on the rooftops? What about this lady right here at the Soulfire Farm? Miss Leah Penniman. She wrote a book called Farming While Black. Look, it's an Afro-Indigenous centered community farm committed to uprooting racism and seeding sovereignty and justice. Look at these words. These are the words they be using. Home gardens for city dwellers under food apartheid. They say that we under food apartheid, and they want to include farm training for the people in the cities because we under food apartheid. This lady right here, Leah, you know her? Her right here. She wrote this book right here. See? They prey on us, Lady DJ. Look, there you go. There you go. I'm talking too much. I'm talking fucking Your girl doing too much talking. I'm doing too much talking. They don't want y'all to know that we need to be growing food in our communities. And because we don't know, it's people who create programs like these programs. It's people who create these programs. Sorry, y'all, if it was too big for that little bit of time. But it's people who create these programs and get paid. And y'all, they got some of the wildest stories. Leah's mom is black and her dad is white. Her mother is lesbian, left her and her sister when they were young with her dad in upstate New York. where she grew up, Connecticut, flipping around in the forest wilderness. Like, go look them up. Do your own research. Learn about Leah. What Leah said, that her grandma came over here from slavery and was braiding seeds. And they was braiding seeds in each other's hair. That's my story too. They was all braiding seeds in each other's hair. Damn it. You know what I'm saying? But she don't tell you about her white father and his side. She's clinging to her black mother and the story of agriculture and braiding the hair while she's married to a man from France, French white man, and they got 82 acres in upstate New York somewhere, but they grow veg in the hood and they take the at-risk kids and get them out the slums of New York. Look, they got programs for this shit. Let me show you. Look, they got the Ask a Sister Farmer, the youth programs. Look at that. Serving the youth integration. It's a great thing to be doing, but the people should know. We should know. And as a black woman, born and raised in Texas, as a black woman born and raised as a prisoner of war here in Texas, I can tell you that this ain't real. They not giving these babies no true look on life. This is made up. This is fabrication. We broke. We po farming out here in these streets. We trying to make it work. We trying to connect. And you know what happens when you try to connect with these people? They not there. They don't support. I've had to build my way. I had to scrape and find my own way. I had to do my own shit. Connecting, this me and this woman share a last name. I had to go off when she came here because for 30 years in several panels that I sat on with her in real life, not on YouTube, in the working farmer professional space, ignored. They give you no love. They don't care. This is politics. This shit is business. Food and farming, agriculture, gardening, this shit is business. It is big business. And black people, us in our fucking neighborhoods and in our communities, we don't participate. So guess what? We not eating. We not growing. We ain't making no change because we ain't got shit to bargain with. What? Come on, man. Stop the cap. We gonna stop the cap right now. Right now, stop the cap. Go look them up. Pull them up. You shouldn't have to be having the same story for 30 years. No breakthroughs. No none of that stuff. This is called niche social justice situational picking. It's echo chambers. People saying the same stuff. We talk about free thinkers. A free thinker lives inside of an echo chamber with a bunch of free thinkers talking about we all fucking freely think. Like, get over yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit drives Farmer Nancy absolutely up the wall. And I think that I really have to do my part now that the airwaves are a little bit clean and it's not a wild woman running around talking about we the people in the garden. Stupid, silly shit. You know what I'm saying? We gotta hit a hard reset button. I personally hate the fact that I found myself in such an awkward corner of YouTube. I don't just make farming content. I don't just make grow food content. I make the journey of my family and the things we've gone through, the struggles we have, the shit that happens to us. That's always been my content. It's just a perk that people get to see and share with me as I grow my farm But I want to spread awareness. I want people to know and understand that agriculture is not just big country. Agriculture is big heart. And if you have the heart and the passion and the will, and the audacity to grow food in your community for your community that is meant to inspire the people to, reimagine your neighborhood, fucking do it. Um, do it. Because my city every day tell me to reimagine Austin. Look, reimagine Austin public safety. Look at that. Reimagine. We want to reimagine Austin public safety. Let's reimagine Austin. Look. This is what they telling us to do. They telling us to reimagine the community. You know. How do we reimagine it? How do we reimagine agriculture? How do we reimagine farming? What does that look like? Is that taking our farmers and giving them land access to the community gardens and saying, please come and do community agriculture here and host workshops and help grow? We want to reimagine what it looks like to be a producer and a grower. And I think that it's important that we start by doing our research, speaking more along the lines of facts when it comes to urban farming, urban agriculture, and black farmers especially, because if we can change the minds of a lot of these children and let them know that seeds are money, like, then it could be something totally different. And you do got to start with seeds. Like I say, not everybody is ready to just hop right in to livestock and field animals and whatnot like that when it comes to all of that stuff. This was something else I wanted to show y'all right here so everybody knows. $1,000 USDA farm. This is it. The USDA farm structure and contracting. This is from the USDA, right? What is a farm structure and the contracting of a farm? Classifying diverse farms, small family farms with a gross income less than $350,000, retired off-farm operations, farm occupation farms, off-farm occupations, small farms whose principals, mid-sized family farms. USDA defines a farm as any place or any sorry, y'all can't see and read. USDA defines a farm as any place that produced and sold or normally would have produced and sold at least $1,000 of agricultural products during a given year. USDA uses acres of crops and head of livestock to determine if a place with sales less than 1,000 could normally produce and sell at least that amount. That's it. That's a farm. And the person that's working it, living on it, depending upon, you can have a little garden farm. If you making $1,000 and the USDA can count you, baby, you is in big agriculture. Big ag. You being inspired to grow and affirm greatness. I had to make this a upload because I needed the time to really be able to sit and think and say what I wanted to say, and I didn't want to be distracted. I like to do uploads that way because I can really say what I need to say and get my points across, because this is it, y'all. This is our make or break season right here. This has been Farmer Nancy's end game all the time. It's to show y'all. Sister T was supposed to be in the motherfucking garden. We the people. Biz Gate 101. This is what real black agriculture got replaced with. A bitch playing bald-headed hoe games that's locked up in jail. This is what Kwame Brown was pushing and promoting. But now today, he's basking, laughing, and flipping his hands up at the fact that this woman is in jail. But she was supposed to be the poster child for food justice, food advocacy, growing food for the community, for the little black kids. When, like you say, Lady DJ, we ain't never seen no fucking little black kids in that garden. And y'all think that Farmer Nancy was just supposed to sit back in the cut and watch and never say nothing? No. Not only am I going to say nothing, I'm going to show y'all just how fucked up it is that we as a community can put shit like this on a pedestal, but sit back and really watch the hood fucking starve and be hungry and be in need of real fucking justice while we play games. When all we gotta do is grow enough to make $1,000. Man, Farmer Nancy can't make this shit up. It be cute. But I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to protect myself, my family. We going to put up fences because we ain't going nowhere. And if we do got to go somewhere, we going to go out kicking and screaming. You know, I put everything, you know, on my family. You know, we worked for this. God damn it. We have worked for this. But it's real. This has been my day, y'all. I'm going to probably hop off here and kind of get to it. I got some other stuff I got going on, some other stuff I want to get done. We definitely talked about urban farms and urban agriculture in New York. Karen Washington and Leah Penniman, they out there, they got that sold up. Check them out, see what they got going on, see what it is that they're doing. Spread that word, share that word. You know, you turn me on to some people, I turn you on to some people. Like, let's never get it twisted as if Farmer Nancy can't turn you on. Let me turn you on. You know what I'm saying? Shit to some shit, you know. The one thing before I do go, I want to pull out, and why I'm here. Why is Farmer Nancy screaming agri-hood, agri-hood, agri-hood saga, agri-hood saga? It is because I am standing my ground against gentrification and cultural appropriation of the hood, of our zip codes, where we know it goes down, where we know we grew up impoverished, vulnerable, where we know what food stamps is, where we know what free and reduced lunch is, where we know the kids need help, need you know what I'm saying? So it triggered, I get triggered. I get turned up. But let me show y'all this. What is an agri-hood? Well, this here is what is an agri-hood. What's it like living in an agri-hood? A relatively new phenomenon. What's the date on this? I don't see no date on this article. See, I'll see if I can find a date. A relatively new phenomenon. Agri-hoods are residential areas that incorporate agriculture in some way, be it with garden plots, farm stands, or an entire working farm. However it's laid out, it's an inventive way to create a living space that's at one with things that grow. Agri-hood is a portmanteau of the words agriculture and neighborhood. But it's not just a neighborhood near farmland. An agri-hood is a residential neighborhood specially designed to integrate gardening or farming in some way. Just like some residential communities have communal tennis courts or gyms, an agri-hood might include a series of raised beds or even an entire working farm complete with animals and long rows of vegetables. Come on, y'all. Put some respect on Farmer Nancy's name. Like, put some respect on the work. Share, show, like my shit. Like, we out here. We making a difference. Why? Because in Austin, it says it's relatively new, right? So where'd they get it from? If it's relatively new, right? Village Farms. Village Farm. Village Farm in Austin is the country's first agri-hood. My city, Texas, is always doing the bullshit first with the bullshit. How y'all gonna literally, and y'all can go check the playback, cause Lonnie One Love got it on her channel when we interviewed. Where did I drive us to, Lonnie? The agri-hood, not just blocks down the street from Lakeside, a known hood in my community. We want to talk about hoods. Everybody is from a hood. Everybody then grew up in a community that lacks, that doesn't have the things that they need. You know what I'm saying? But we all run and leave those communities, or the ones who stay there don't find no solutions to make it better. I just so had happened to get an opportunity to come back to my hood, to my community, and make the change with what? A farm. For what? To be the first black agri-hood. Why? Because how you gonna put a white agri-hood in the hood? Literally, they put this in the hood. Village Farm is in Austin is the country's first agri-hood. For anyone wanting to live small in the fun and funky city of Austin, Texas, the Village Farm tiny home community is now open. Yes, they built this. Developed as a modern agri-hood. I went to the food board with a friend and was like, these are the words they're using. They didn't hear me when I said it, but I had to go with my white friend in my back pocket and have to have her say it. I had to have my white appearing friend, because she appears to be white, say, why are y'all using the terms like agri-hood? Come on, bro. Hood plays on words. This is politics. This is business. This is business. This is what they get to do in agriculture and food. Create agri-hoods. Appropriating our struggle. I'm watching my community appropriate my struggle. And I come out here to share that. And it gets what? My business, my credibility get defamed and appropriated by a woman that's where, Lady DJ? In fucking jail. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say that. But locked up on some YouTube shit. Not on something where she can come out and show us where she's being affected by the dynamics of organizations pushing certain social justice rhetoric and agendas. I get affected by that here in my community, because everybody keeps saying it ain't no farms in the hood. Yes, it is. The white people say so. And Austin, Texas said they got the very first agri-hood. So what I'm supposed to do with that? I'ma keep grinding. I promise y'all, I'ma keep grinding. I'm gonna keep grinding. Whole Foods, look at this. I'm gonna keep grinding. Why? Because black farmers matter. Black farms matter. And my urban farm in the city matters. We sharing, we growing together. That's what we do. We ain't up here, like you say, to make friends, but we are up here to support one another. You know, I guess we ain't gotta be friends, but we support the word, we support the share. You know, shit, we outside growing, sharing information, bringing some type of value to one another. That's what I think it needs to be all about, and I hope that everybody can find a balance for that for the rest of their Wednesday. Y'all enjoy y'all's day. You know what I'm saying? Farmer Nancy is out. Don't forget this little passage right here. this it. That little passage right there. Peace out, y'all.